Hi there, this is Monika from Ocean Networks Canada. Today we'll explore Ocean Literacy Principle number 3. The ocean is a major influence on weather and climate. I'm joining you today from the University of Victoria. I acknowledge with respect the Lekwungen peoples on whose traditional territory the university stands, and the Songhees, Esquimalt, and Wasanich peoples whose historical relationship with the land continue to this day. This video is all about giving you some new ocean knowledge. You can watch as we demonstrate the ocean literacy principle. But first, let's take a moment to talk about how the ocean is a major influence on weather and climate. You've probably heard the terms weather and climate before. But what's the difference? One way to remember is that weather is what you get and climate is what you expect. For example, in my home in Victoria, I would expect my summer to be warm and dry and my winter to be cool and wet. This is climate because I can describe what I expect the season to be like. The actual daily weather, though, is what I get. For example, if it rains one day in the summer, this is weather, not climate, because it's what I got, not what I expected. But what drives weather? Why is it sunny one day and raining the next? This is a complicated question, and there are many factors involved. But did you know the ocean is a major contributor too? This experiment will help you see how hot and cold water moves around the globe, which in turn impacts our weather patterns all over the world. On one side of this experiment, I have hot water. Let's color it red. This water represents areas of the world that have received a lot of sunlight, for example, near the equator. On this side of the experiment, I have cold water. This represents areas of the world that have cold water, like the poles, the Antarctic, and the Arctic. Let's color it blue. Before I do anything, I'm going to invite you to predict what's going to happen when I move the divider out of the way and let the two water masses meet. Pause the video if you want some time to think. Ready? Okay, here we go. Did the water behave as you expected it to or not? Notice there are two distinct layers here. The warm water stays above the cold water, and you may have even noticed that when the two water masses met, they made a pretty cool wave. But what does this have to do with weather and climate? Well, we need to remember that our planet is 70% water, and water is always moving. The water at the poles of the planet is going to behave like the water here. It will become dense and sink, and this will cause warm temperate waters to be drawn towards the poles to become cold water and sink too. As the water moves, it brings heat along with it, keeping much of the world nice and warm. This movement of heat helps wind and water move around the world, which in turn drives our weather system. Be sure to check out the next video to learn about Ocean Literacy Principle 4. The ocean makes Earth habitable.